Hey there, take a seat, y'all. My name's Gabriel, nice to meet y'all. Never heard of me, that's fine. Nobody does till they come around in the beach, y'all.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Gabriel Charles and welcome back to my channel. This is still Gabriel because this is still me. I know it's been quite a while since my last video on this channel that I've released because I've been working on a schedule on what should I do on this channel and when should I put this on the channel. And after brainstorming and everything, I think I finally decided how I should work out with the two channels that I have right now. So I'm planning to release 2 videos a week. I can add many more videos. I can add gameplay videos every day if I have found a good game to do a playthrough or let's play off. But I'm gonna be releasing perfectly, hopefully, a video on this channel. This is still Gabriel every Tuesday and Friday. And I'm planning on doing a short cover of a song every Wednesday and a full cover of any song which you want me to cover the song on Saturday. Tuesday and Friday on this channel, Wednesday and Saturday on This Is Gabriel Music. Enough ranting about what's going to happen. Let's talk about what we are reacting to today. For those of you who don't know, I am a huge fan of Veer Das. Veer Das is one of my favorite comedians ever. My favorite comedians are Gabriel Iglesias, Veer Das, Jeff Dunham, Kenny Sebastian, and many more. The main thing which I like about Veer Das is he doesn't give a crap. If he wants to say something about, he's going to say it. And he knows how to bring any sort of stand-up special into a full circle, if you know what I mean. Every Netflix special which I've seen of his and every comedy special which I've seen of his, as always, every joke has matters in some point when it comes to the end. It comes as a callback into a full circle, which I love. This is amazing storytelling, and I like that in comedy specials. If you have a callback to something, which if you didn't listen to that before, you won't understand a joke now. I love that kind of keeps you listening to the conversation, you know. But yeah, today we're going to be reacting on an episode of 10 on 10 by Veer Das, episode 4, which is Jokes for the Dead. And he has already kept this on Instagram saying it is a trigger warning. If you have lost anybody, if you have lost someone recently, please don't watch this video. You don't want to feel triggered if you watch something that may be triggering to you. Simple as that. Let's pause the reaction and see how it goes, okay? Let's go.
I'm humbly putting a visual disclaimer out there that if you are triggered by jokes about death, if you are currently grieving, if you have currently lost somebody, I humbly ask you to leave the show right now. I do. I have to do my job. My job as a comedian is to talk about the elephant in the room. And I'm not going to not do my job because the elephant is a dead body. It's going to be hard. I have never done.
See what I mean? Yeah, he doesn't pull any punches. Yes, he's going to talk about the elephant in the room. Oh God, this is going to be an interesting episode.
Done these jokes before. I didn't get a chance to work them out anywhere. You've never seen these jokes before. You're in grief as well. And yet I still have to do my job. Can you imagine? Would you be able to do your job if there was a dead body in the room? You know? You're just in the conference room oh guys, so we had a very good Q4. There was a 20% profit and... I'm sorry, there's a dead body. Is somebody... No, it's fine. I'll carry on. So in the Northeast region, what happened was there was a B2B. It's very distracting, guys. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's just there, and I really want to be good at this presentation. I've been told I have a shot at VP of sales, and I want to kill it. I'll carry on. It's fine. So, you know, the sales team tried a new packaging in the consumer... Wait, is that the VP of sales?
See what I mean? Oh my God, I love this guy.
That's what you call a feeler joke, where you put it out there to see how the audience takes it.
Okay.
And I think this will be over pretty soon. People have died. Let's just say that. People have died.
Yeah.
And we must acknowledge their death because our governments will not.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
No matter where you live in the world right now, your government in this year has tried to hide death. Except they've just done it differently. Like in America, they were very technical about that. It was a very American thing. Like, sometimes you'll have lunch and Americans are like, hey, what you have for lunch? And you're like, I had a cheeseburger. And they're like, oh, did you get like a Coke and fries with that? Yeah, well, that's a number 7. And that's what they did with COVID. They were like, how did he die? COVID. Really? Did he have like heart disease and diabetes as well? Yeah, that's destiny. Yeah, but it was mainly the COVID. Nah, technically it's destiny. America, people don't feel bad for America because it's a privileged nation, but they should. They lost 500,000 people this year. That is a lot of people.
Yeah.
In a nation where every year 100,000 people lose their lives to gun violence. Just think about it. That's how bad COVID is.
Yeah.
COVID has killed 5 times more Americans than Americans. I just have one question. How are you not taking the people who buy guns and just giving them COVID at the same time? It's the solution. That's all I'm saying. Just lick the bullet. Will you lick the fucking bullet? Just hand them over the gun and be like, US.
That's one way to solve. That's a solution, all right. That's one way to solve. Right? Is that? No. I actually thought the guy in top left was Flying Beast. I'm sorry. Okay, please don't get mad at that. Look at the guy right there. He does look like Flying Beast, right? Tell me you can't see that. He does look like Flying Beast. I mean, apart from the teeth, I don't know. Is he really flying? Like, I don't know, guys. Please, if you guys are going to tell in the comments it's actually Flying Beast, I'm going to be like, oh no. This is more.
Meanwhile, I feel like India is just living in a Monty Python sketch right now. Where we're going to the government and we're like, people have died. And they're like, no, they're not. They're just resting. What the fuck are you talking about? There were 100 pyres in the crematorium. No, that was one pyre, 99 fires. I swear to God, this is the only government in the world that is trying to bury the dead even after you're done cremating them. You will not acknowledge the ones that we lost, and you have the audacity to ask us to be positive. And you know what? You're right. We have to be positive right now.
Yeah,
I'll focus on a positive. I'll focus on the one thing that they are actually good at. So please just go out and build another temple so we can pray for everyone who died on your watch. People have died, ladies and gentlemen. Britain lost a monarch. They lost Prince Philip. That's an important guy. He's like the king's husband or some shit.
I did not knew Prince Philip had died until like 2 weeks after. That's like how, no one knew that he had died. Like I told Madhav about it. He was like, wait, what? Really? Like nobody was like, and the first question was, really? And the second question was, who was he? Like, I feel so bad for that guy. But he lived 90 years. He lived 99 years. He missed out a century by 1. Wow.
and they all thought he was COVID positive because let's be honest, the dude looked COVID positive in 2004. All right. And then turns out he didn't have.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Sheesh. Just died of coughing.
Have COVID. He was COVID negative. I don't know if you know this, but apparently palaces are very good PPE kits. He lived to 99 years old. Yo, fuck L'Oreal and Garnier. Colonialism is the real anti-aging cream, alright? And he died in a bad way. His grandson was on Oprah and shit. So like, being like, there's a racist in the royal family. And he's like, what? Who? We could have bonded. Is anybody else just a little amused to see the British royal family act shocked at racism?
Yeah, definitely.
Huh?
Little bit.
Just imagine the Queen sitting there. Oh dear, that's dreadful. You're telling me there's a racist in the family? It's not right, I tell you. It's not appropriate. I mean, you know, it's a business model for 5 centuries now. But in general, boo. And I don't think the racist is the Queen. I want to be clear, because I don't think the Queen can be racist with the way that she talks. You know, can you imagine just her being like, right, listen, I just like to tell you people that, well, you know, right, I'm off. Thank you. People are all confused here. What the fuck did you just say to me? No, genuinely, what the fuck did you say to me? Because I don't understand. People have died almost everywhere, except for, by the way, the Vatican had 27 cases and 0 deaths. So if you weren't a praying man before,
I kind of knew
now
this
so
job is coming.
pretty good time. Because how? Because I don't know if you know a lot about priests, but they're not known for social distancing. Bhutan had 1 death, which they listed as a statistic on the list of countries. just put the guy's name, man. Like, you know, fucking, you know, we'll be okay. Like, you know, America 500,000, India 200,000, Bhutan, jigme. The Maldives had 72 deaths.
Oh.
Yeah. And only 5 of them were from photo shoots. Can you imagine how much that would suck if you were a Bollywood star who starved yourself for like fucking 4 weeks, didn't eat any carbs, flew all the way to the Maldives, did the photo shoot all emaciated, and then you catch COVID and die?
Oh man.
Like your last post to the human world was, hey, I'm on vacation. People have died. And yet somehow shitty people are okay. Have you noticed that? Yeah? Like fucking, I don't know, I think hate kills COVID.
Yeah.
Like I think if you can just build enough of it, it gives you like those anti-national antibodies and it fucking just kills it. Maybe that's what's in the vaccine, nationalism. And I don't mean to politicize death. I don't, because you know what? No matter who you voted for, your loved ones did not deserve to die and you did not deserve to lose them. All right, no matter who you voted for. But isn't war political? And don't you tell us that this is a war against a disease? Except in a normal war, old men send young people off to fight. But this is the only war where young people are sending old people off to fight, which is a weird fucking war.
Yeah.
Can you imagine World War II with just old people? You bloody Nazi, go away! You don't come back, huh? I'll take this grenade, I won't give it back to you, huh?
Basically, Indian.
Every war is just fought between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. There's no victory parade, they just declare victory on a WhatsApp group. Like India did against COVID. We declared victory. How the fuck did we? Do you remember at Davos? Metro, jeet ka, like fucking how? By that logic, India should have declared victory in World War II. We should have, same logic. We have very little Nazis, matlab we defeated Hitler. No, we have Nazis here too. We just don't call them that. We call them uncle. I'm sorry for your loss. I've lost. Have you lost in this month? I don't know how to.
Thankfully, I did not. I don't think I've lost. No, I haven't lost anyone in this month. Last year, I lost someone who was very dear to us. Yes, but it wasn't due to COVID. Yeah, people have lost many people. We just hide that, right?
You know, at least they weren't alone on their way up to heaven.
Yeah.
They went with a bunch of people. You know, like remember when you went to the U2 concert and you were on the bus and you saw everybody you knew, right? And you're like, fuck, you're into U2 as well. I didn't even know you liked this music, you know? So they're just all going up to heaven and they're like, man, you're here too. Uncle, you're here. Yeah, Arjun, I'm a number 7.
See what I mean? Call back. I love this. Yeah.
What are you doing here, Arjun? Uncle, I went to that political rally. No, I never. I never thought I'd catch COVID there. I know.
Oh.
Well, listen, Arjun, what's your favorite TV show? It's Roadies. Huh? That makes sense. Listen, why don't you say it 5 times? Okay. Roadie, 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 Roadie. You see how your mouth is open the entire time? You know, they get up there, they don't have to stand in line, they don't have to socially distance, they don't have to register on some Arogya Mrityu app, they just get into heaven. You know? And they're taken care of. Like we are taking care of each other right now. Have you not witnessed beauty in the last 2 weeks? Indians,
Yeah.
you know, fucking hell, Indians in a crisis, we will come through for each other. But god damn it, do we let the crisis happen first, huh? You know, we don't wait till the shit hits the fan. We wait till the shit is so high you can shit down onto the fan. Americans got started early. Americans are like, fuck, Tom Hanks has it. Go, 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 go. Indians, even when Tendulkar had it, we were like, oh, fuck, Tendulkar has it. Oh, but look, he's retired. How's Virat feeling? Indians don't care about Tom Hanks. We're like, he survived that island. He'll be okay. Have you seen Tom Hanks in Castaway, by the way? Have you seen that movie where he's just like fucking skinny and he's got the beard and the hair and that one piece of cloth on his junk? Like, Tom Hanks in Castaway looks like everybody who attended the Kumbh rally this year. And I think that's what we need. We need Kumbh Island. Just
Wait. Somebody in the audience said Kumbhawe. Oh my god. Is he a dad? Yeah, that's a dad. That's an amazing dad joke.
just put them all on a ship, drop them off, come back 5 years later, see what happened. See if they still believe in God. Or maybe they do. Maybe they're just all worshipping a volleyball. Wilson Mata ki jai. Like, you know, maybe that's. Mass grief. Thousands of people grieving is desensitizing. You know, you're not sure if you can express your grief because so many other people are grieving at the same time. And I say you should. You deserve to beat your chest and you deserve to weep and you deserve to cry out at the sky. And I'm so sorry you have to do it in a mask. Or 2 masks, or is it fucking 3 now? Who the fuck knows how many masks it is? Can I just eat a mask and then it stays here and filters everything? Can you set that up, huh? Just let it filter everything. Where like, I drink beer and like Evian water comes out of my dick. Can we set that up, huh? I'll be honest with you. I didn't even believe that masks worked until somebody I loved died of COVID and I cried a bunch of tears into one. And I was like, fuck, they do hold droplets. People have died. I have a friend who went to the crematorium 3 times in 3 days.
Wow.
For 3 different people.
Wow.
One of them his mother. and had to watch somebody else cremate her and he couldn't go back home
Oh my god.
because everybody in his house was COVID positive. So he did it alone. And I cannot imagine that kind of pain, but I have to tell you, I admire that effort. Don't forget that, effort. Human beings trying, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I know so many of us feel broken right now because you rushed from hospital to hospital and you couldn't find oxygen but always remember that the ones you lost saw you try. That is a beautiful memory.
That hit somewhere. The ones you lost saw you try. Ah, that hits. That hit me. Ah. Yep. I just love the way he says like that sentence. That sentence has a powerful meaning. The ones you lost saw you try. And that was amazing.
To leave them with. You trying. You screaming at a security guard, you reading a sign in disbelief, you posting desperately, you calling desperately is still a beautiful thing. Desperation is nothing but unconditional love in its purest form.
Yeah.
And that is what you left them with.
Yeah.
And now they're in heaven. And as cheesy as this sounds, they're chilling with Irfan and Rishi Kapoor and Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm pretty sure heaven has a VIP section. Or maybe they run into each other, right? Maybe Irfan and Chadwick Boseman are just talking about great cinema and they feel a tap on his shoulder and it's your grandparents, right? And they're like, Irfan sir, selfie, please. And they're like, you Chadwick, Black Cheetah, you come also. We like you. People tried. The ones you love were surrounded by people who tried, if not you. They were surrounded by doctors and nurses who are here tonight on this call. So you give them a round of applause right now, please. And make them feel amazing because so many of them are reconsidering med school right now. You have no idea. People are, doctor, no, I'm going to do something safe like fire dancing or professional scam. They've seen it all. Every single leader that you love or despise, a nurse has seen him naked. A nurse has seen that leader you love naked, their naked ass, and hunted for balls and found none.
That's a good one.
People have died.
Yep.
And now we grieve together until we meet them again in the afterlife. And I believe I will meet the people I lost.
Yeah.
And I hope you do too. And when you meet them, can you imagine how much fun that conversation is going to be? Huh? You come up after 40 years of wearing a mask.
Oh, God, no,
Right?
please, no,
and
not like
and
that,
by this
please.
time, you're just wearing the N95,000, which is just a metal plate with one droplet of oxygen inside of it, right? You've lived through like 95 wars and Kim's presidency, and Kim could be Kardashian or Jong-un. Either one has a shot at this point, right? By this point, you have like an eye spleen, which is an apple spleen that just like circulates red blood cells and Spotify playlists within your body. You're a hybrid Homo sapien and hard drive at the same time, right? Meanwhile, all of your data is literally sucked out of your anus, which is your Apple anus, and fed into the Amazon server, where you bought all of your friends who are actually just bots. You watched all of Netflix. You finished
How did he
Netflix.
come up with
Right? You watched Crown season 42 where the royal family is all black. Right? The Kohinoor diamond is just in a necklace that says King is fuck right now. Marvel now makes every single movie and everybody in every single movie is a superhero except for one person who's Robert Downey Jr.'s grandson who just plays Man. And that's special. There's no currency anymore. You pay for everything in attention span. So if you want toilet paper, they make you watch a 10-minute video of toilet cleaner, and that's how you get it, right?
It's actually a
You
movie
you
of-
survive all of that. You get up. You know, you died at 75 and you now look 105, and you meet your mother who died at 65 and she now looks 25, and you collapse into her arms and you apologize. And she's like, "Don't be silly. I saw you try. Now rest." You look exhausted. Oh, and by the way, this is my boyfriend, Chadwick. People have died.
People have died.
And now for 30 seconds, we take a moment for them. That's the 10 on 10 episode, guys. Thank you for being a part of it. Did you enjoy it? Was it okay? Yeah?
Wow, that was a roller coaster of emotions. Wow, that's amazing. I really enjoyed that. I never expected. Yeah, I mean I expected this from Vedas, yes, because he has a way of speaking that first seems like he's triggering each and every human being on the planet, but then he brings them all together in the end. And I absolutely love that about Vedas. That part got me for a second. That one part, the ones who died saw you try. I really believe that. I really believe that we will meet them once again after this entire nightmare is over. But yeah, I love that. I love that. If you wanna say how you felt about that episode, please tell me down in the comments down below. I know it's a little bit long episode. It's 20 minutes, but I enjoyed this, guys. And I think there's many people who need to hear that as well. Those who lost people, those who lost someone very close to them. Share that video, share Vedas' video to those who needs to hear that part. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, click the like button down below. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And please subscribe to my main channel as well. This is Gabriel Music. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye. Love yourself. And God bless.
Hey there, take a seat, y'all. My name's Gabriel, nice to meet y'all. Never heard of me, that's fine. Nobody does still come around on the beach, y'all. I'm sorry, I don't wanna offend. I just wanna let you know what my goal is. I'm just a young kid with a big dream. All the chatty young kids, what's real music.